We're aware of the concern. Certainly, Nintendo is a consumer-oriented company, and we want to make our consumers happy. We're aware of the concern, and it's an area we're going to continue working on to make sure that we can alleviate some of those consumer fears of having a content-based issue. Reggie Fils-Aimé, November 2017.
I think this is what you're looking for. You sell so bullshit, all of it.
What's up, guys? We're back, and again we have a video here talking about a certain issue with the Nintendo Switch that has been going on for over a year. And this is a big problem that the system has, and it's always had, and it has not been fixed as of yet. And we're going to have to talk about it here now because the system just had a 5.0 update. The firmware got updated, and it was a rather nice update for certain features. You could use Twitter and Facebook on the system now, and there's new icons on the system and various other things with the parental controls and things like that. And also, Nintendo did update the system to be more safe in regards to piracy. So they put a lot of things into that as well. So it was a nice update in terms of those things. However, the big thing that is still missing from the system, and it has been missing since it was launched, is the ability to back up your save data, back up your save files, or transfer your save files to a separate memory storage solution like a USB stick or SD card or your PC hard drive, for example. Now, I haven't done a complete video dedicated to this in the past, so this is the video that's going to be dedicated to this issue, and hopefully with our voices combined, Nintendo fans, us together, we can make ourselves heard. And I encourage you all to hit the like button on this video if you do agree and you do want this issue to be fixed as soon as possible. And I also encourage you to go on social media, on your own YouTube channels, make videos, go on Twitter and talk to Nintendo, tweet at them, say, hey, fix this issue as soon as possible, because we do not want our save data to be lost in some kind of issue that the system has. Because if anything happens to your Switch, you have the possibility of losing all your saved data. Nintendo cannot always restore your saved data for you if this happens. It has happened in the past for various other individuals, and it is not a fun thing. Losing your 100-hour saved data in Breath of the Wild, your 100-hour saved data in Xenoblade Chronicles 2, losing all your moons that you've collected in Super Mario Odyssey, say you 100% the game, and then you lose all that data, and Nintendo says, oops, sorry, we can't restore your data. You're going to have to start all over again with a brand new Switch, but at least we replaced your system for you. So this is a huge problem that Nintendo still has not fixed, and this hasn't been a priority for Nintendo yet, seemingly to the consumer. We've had IGN's Brian Altano lose all of his save data, and it was not restored by Nintendo. Nintendo basically said the same thing, sorry, we couldn't restore your save data, you're going to have to start all over again. He was not happy about it. And then just yesterday we had Spawnwave, who quite possibly has bricked his system as well, using that Nyko dock that has been known to make the battery not charge in the system and basically make the system dead. And he's trying to fix it himself. Granted, he's a tech enthusiast, so he may be able to fix the Switch himself without Nintendo's help. But, you know, if that was you, more than likely you would have your system bricked and you would not be able to get it fixed. And obviously this isn't happening to everyone's Nintendo Switch. We know that's not the case. However, when it does happen, it is a huge problem and it really hurts. I mean, can you imagine losing all the hard work that you did in a video game, working so hard to get so far in a game, and then you lose everything, and Nintendo just says, well, we couldn't back up your data, and there's no way to transfer your data, and you can't do it yourself. You're basically needing to start all over again. Nintendo released a lot of great games in 2017, and no doubt many of you have a lot of those games, and you've gotten very far in them, and you've accomplished quite a lot, right? So that is something to be proud of, and if you lose all that, that is extremely disheartening, and no doubt about it. Now, me as a consumer, I don't care what the excuse is that Nintendo has. I don't care what excuse anyone says of why they can't do this with the Switch. I don't care what the excuse is. Basically, this is something that must be made possible to be done on the Switch to please the consumer, because the Switch is selling really well, and the more Switch systems that get sold, the more of an issue this becomes, because guess what, there's more consoles out there in people's hands, and that increases the chance of this happening to them. Now, this is not an issue with PlayStation 4. They have two different ways you can back up your data. You can back it up for free with a USB storage device. You can go on their website and look up their user guide for PS4. Basically, it says you can back up saved data in PS4 system storage to a USB storage device, or use the device to restore backup data to your PS4 system. This feature is useful when replacing the hard disk, transferring ownership, or replacing your PS4 system. Connect the USB storage device you want to use for the backup and then select Settings, System, Backup, and Restore. Bing, bang, boom, done, right? Obviously, Nintendo hasn't explained anything about this, and they haven't said why they can't do it. They just said, oh, you know, we're looking into it. They keep saying that, right? Now, Reggie of Nintendo of America made that statement back in November 2017, that they're aware of the concern and they're looking into it, but we've heard absolutely nothing from them about it. Now, granted, fans are assuming, and I'm assuming too, at least, you know, we're hopeful, that Nintendo will put this in the Switch Online Network system that is released in September of 2018, and that there will be some kind of cloud backup saving ability with the online network that you are paying for that monthly service, because PS Plus members for PS4 do have the ability to do cloud backup saving through PS Plus that they pay that yearly fee for. But you can do it for free though as well without having that PS Plus membership. So that is something that Nintendo can do with the Nintendo Switch. However, they're just not doing it. So Nintendo fans, especially the owners of the system, everyone together, we need to talk to Nintendo and say, hey, get this fixed, make it a priority, do it as soon as possible, because we don't want to have the possibility even of having our system just stop working, which it could happen to anybody. It could happen to absolutely anybody at any time. Your system could just stop working for whatever reason. It could get dropped, it could get water spilled on it, it could have a power surge, anything could happen that can make a system stop working for any reason at any time. So this is something imperative, and it's been over a year since the system has come out. Now, I was critical of the Switch when it first came out for not having this on day one, and I haven't said much about it since then, but hey, it's been over a year. This is unacceptable. It needs to be fixed as soon as possible. And if you don't agree with this, tell me why in the comment section. Tell me why you do not agree. I think there's no reason why this should not be there. I think if you're a Nintendo fan and you own the Switch, you absolutely and 100% should be in agreement with this, that this should be something that is in the system and available for you to use to back up your save data in case disaster strikes. We don't want that to happen, do we? Alright, Nintendo, so you've made your fans happy, you've released a lot of great games, fans have bought a lot of these games, they have a lot of data saved on your system. Guess what? Help them out now, help us out, help us be able to back up this save data that we've worked so hard to save over the past year, and don't let us lose it for something that you could definitely fix and have the ability to, because the more systems you sell, the more this is going to keep happening and the more complaints you're going to get, and hopefully we do not have to wait until September 2018 to have some kind of USB or SD card backup storage enabled with the Switch with a firmware update. Please make it happen, and fans, make your voice heard. Alright, so please let me know what you think in the comment section. Do you agree or do you disagree? And if you do disagree, I want to hear very clear and reasonable explanations of why you think that you don't need to be able to back up and restore your data on the Nintendo Switch. Alright guys, if you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll talk to you guys very soon in the next video. Have a great day.
My kind of a day.